Voices, thoughts, situations, arguments going around and around in my head. So much happening. I can't control it. It's all out of my control. Help! Somebody! Help! Does anyone see me? I'm drowning and there's no way out. Everything is so out of control. So many people have an opinion. What is wrong with me? No one to turn to. No one to talk to. I'm alone, falling deeper and deeper into despair. But I can't show it, so I plaster on the fake smile and I keep going, silently crying inside, wishing someone would notice, someone would see the pain, the distress, the hopelessness I feel. But nobody does, for I wear my mask well. So I silently fall deeper and deeper into the big black pit, and now I know there must be something wrong with me. I'm looking for a way to cope, looking for a way to take back control. I have to have control. I need control. Fat, ugly, worthless, unlovable, no good, useless, a waste of space. Fat, ugly, worthless, unlovable, no good, useless, a waste of space. I thought I'd found control. The one thing no one could control was what I ate. So I began restricting my food intake, skipping meals, and losing weight. People began to comment that I looked good, and I thought, finally, something I'm doing right. I'm in control, and no one can take that control from me. I decided what I ate and when, and no one could take it away from me. The voices in my head got stronger and stronger. I knew I was worthless. I knew I was fat, ugly, and who would love me? I had to change, then people might like me more. I gradually lost more and more weight, but it was never good enough. I always wanted to lose more. I spent a lot of time on the scales. Had I lost more? The voices were never happy, and I was never satisfied, as I wanted perfection. I thought I was in control, but slowly I was losing control and I had no way back. Food consumed my every thought. First it was the hunger pangs, and once I'd learnt to ignore those, it was how to avoid food at all costs. Food was enemy number one, and I must have none. I didn't deserve to eat. I was no good. The voices never left. They were there all the time, the critical voice getting louder and louder, telling me I couldn't eat, telling me how fat I was, how I was not worthy, and how I don't deserve to eat. I hated everything about me. I thought I'd finally found control. But actually, I'd lost control. People began to notice, and some even tried to start to force me to eat. They thought they were helping me, and I see that, but they took control away from me. I would panic. I didn't deserve food. What's going to happen? I can't cope with this. I need to get rid of this. So I began to make myself sick. I didn't deserve food. So I could get rid of the food that way, and I spiraled deeper and deeper into the big black pit, wishing I could be free, but knowing that I never would be, because I didn't deserve it. I was a waste of space. The diagnosis, anorexia nervosa with elements of bulimia. I would starve as much as possible, but then, when I was made to eat or there was no way out, I would make myself sick. This only added to my feelings of unworthiness, shame and hopelessness. I couldn't eat. I had a fear, and I couldn't cope with the feelings and the voices in my head when I ate, so it was easier not to eat at all. I was sad. I hated me. There was so much pain, anger and hatred. I couldn't cope with all the feelings. Controlling my food helped in one way, but I was still overwhelmed. So I began to self-harm. It was such a release. Peace would come for a little while, but it never lasted. Only added to the shame and disgust I felt towards myself. I felt so alone. Does anyone see me? Does anyone understand? I can't do this anymore. I see you. I know you by name. You are mine. Beautiful, precious, loved, worthy, gifted, a future of hope. Beautiful, precious, loved, worthy, gifted, a future of hope. I began a journey, a long journey, but a journey to healing, a journey to being fully free, redeemed, restored. Hope filled my heart once more. I began to realize that I'd lost control, that I was being controlled by food, by the scales. It consumed me. So I took a step of faith and I said yes to Jesus. I had had enough and I wanted to change. Nothing else had really helped me. I didn't believe I deserved it, but I found people who didn't criticize me or try to change me, but loved me for me. I saw freedom in them and I wanted it too. I began to learn about Jesus. Jesus loved me. Me. It was hard to believe, but when I accepted him, I felt a peace like I've never felt before, and I never wanted it to go. It was a tough journey, as I had to hand over control to Jesus. He needed to have all of me. But when I finally let go, when I finally released the eating disorder to God, it was like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders and I was full of joy for the first time in my life. It was so freeing. But then the journey began. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I went on a journey of discovery, a journey of learning who had God created me to be. Oh, what a journey. I found that I was fearfully and wonderfully made, that I'm not a mistake, that I'm not worthless, but that I have great value, that I have a purpose and God has great plans for me. I couldn't see it at the beginning. I didn't believe it. It was a long journey of restoration. But as I trusted Jesus, as I thought about what he went through on the cross for me, all the pain and agony, as I realized I was worth dying for, I began to give more and more to him. I knew he was with me, and I didn't feel so alone anymore. And he had placed me in the best church with the best people who truly supported me, and that helped me on my journey to full recovery. You will hear that full recovery isn't possible for someone with an eating disorder. But I'm here to tell you that that's not true, because I am living proof that that is possible. I am fully recovered, and when Jesus heals you, you are healed completely, like I am today. I am free, never to go back. Today, I love me for me. I know who I am in Christ, and now my life is full of joy, and I love myself and others. After so many years of not looking after myself and abusing myself, I now take good care of me, and I am fully and completely free, whole and well, enjoying life to the full. And when things seem out of control now, I run to Jesus and I spend time in his presence, and there peace resides. There I have confident assurance that no matter what is happening, all things will work together for my good and his glory. He loves me and takes care of me, and he only has the best for me. I am so glad that I took that step of faith. I am so glad that I learned to trust Jesus, because he has never failed me and he won't ever let me down. I am free and I am growing and learning what it is to be in that union with Christ. I love me, I love food, and I know that I am worthy, I am precious and valued, and God has gifted me, and my future is great because he only has the best for me, and he was the one who set me free. Will you take that step of faith? Will you choose Jesus? I promise you, it will be the best decision you ever make. It will change your life forever, and you will know that you are so loved and that you belong to him, for he died for you. He gave himself for you so you too could be free. What are you waiting for?